There's no for no no.
No, get paid for
boat. Yeah, this net. So we get for sleep the last net na the boat as well.
So it was like Friday morning that you got off
Friday
the boat.
morning. It was it was bad. And then basically then we get for line we all up and tag we.
Right.
So if you're in any doubt, or if you say you're not a refugee, we then tag you and take down your details.
Your number.
You know at that point that
Right.
when you become a statistic, then so you're not a refugee. So I left the country in really, not very good circumstances. Are not unique. A lot of people in the way left in similar circumstances. It was very difficult. I can always say, the vast majority of people that could leave at that time actually left because things don't really get very bad. Ironically, I'm not being things say things could get worse.
Right.
But they did.
Of course. 1999.
Yes.
Right.
So, but we take a thank you for Saudi now.
Right.
A lot of some people like if you say people that were left, get them easy.
Right.
But it was difficult for a lot of people, like, for example, me in the university, I was in the university 1 week. The next week, I was in Gambia.
Right.
Which, strange country,
Right.
you don't know anyone.
Right.
The next week, I'm in London. So
Right.
you're talking like in about 2 to 3 weeks,
Yeah,
you don't go
your
from,
whole life has
public
changed.
college here to, winter or, in London. And
Right.
for somebody that's never been to London, then, it was quite a change. Everything just happened really, really fast. You left friends, you couldn't say goodbye to friends. And that was very difficult actually. Obviously, I know say people that were in there, especially during '99, they had it
They
really
had it
bad.
worse.
But people enough assume say just because people had left,
Right.
everything was fine.
Right. Would you say that experience like traumatized you, as a young person?
I think it did. But the interesting thing, it was more like post-trauma, so sometimes when you go through something, it doesn't occur to you at that moment in time just how difficult the situation you're in.
Right.
Okay. So, for example, when we were outside talking to family here, we've been seeing for the free more with the outside
Right.
than the one that we're there.
Yeah.
So sometimes when you're in a difficult situation, they realize, so, like we've been in at the boat for almost days. They lost contact with we. We were in at the boat. We've not been too worried. Okay, we've been also we look lost.
Right.
There was a point
Right,
when it was
you're like,
obvious,
it was
say,
already
right,
not
the
right.
captain, really knows
Know
where
where we're going, right.
But what we don't reach tongue say the boat
The
don't
loss,
sink or
right.
something. So obviously people that we've been in are also afraid. We've been in at the boat, not so much, but people that left. So but people that have been in at the boat we are used to it.
Right.
But now about 2 years, honestly, about 2 years later, 2-3 years later, one day I did London, the boat began one smell, and it was a smell like diesel oil and something else mixed. It was really, really horrible. And one day while I in London at the Waka, and I smelled something we remind me of that scent. And at the time it sank in, just all things just sort of come back to me. It was like how dangerous that situation they actually be, But yeah, we'll take a thank you. So it was more like post-trauma.
Right.
Yeah.
How did Visit Sierra Leone come about? Like just the early kind of stages of bringing it together?
It from frustration. Well, basically, to be honest, the time I was in London, one of the things I did was I taught myself how to build websites. So sort of to make ends meet. So you're working like 2 jobs, and sort of my second job was every now and again I'd build websites for people. And I'd be really frustrated with the amount of negative information on Sierra Leone. And I realized, if we talk about meaningful progress, in my opinion, we talk about investment, okay, in terms of people putting their money in to an economy where they're hoping that they will get more out of, okay, as opposed to aid, which is just free money and people don't have to work for it, and then it just sort of, it's not very progressive. But I'll be also aware, I see investment really not something we're given by confidence. Nobody not go put in money inside some site. If they get it tomorrow morning, something go happen, it lost all the money.
Right.
So I felt like no matter how much was being said about confidence, first of all, we needed to let people understand that Sierra Leone is now safe. Sierra Leone is making it's making good progress.